Hello and welcome back to Floating Through Film. This is episode 143 and we are going to do another break episode where we are going to do our conglomerate Floating Through Film top 10 duos.
Conglomerate?
It is a conglomerate. So.
Canon.
Consensus.
Conglomerate.
Conglomerate's an interesting word.
It's what it is.
It's really interesting.
It is what it is.
It's a fun word to say.
Yeah, conglomerate.
Conglomerate.
Yeah, but basically our consensus top 10 duos, kind of like a canonized list. But before
like
we
film
get into
characters.
yes, of film duos that we love. But before we get into anything, let me introduce my co-host Danny.
Hello.
And Luke.
Hello.
And I'm gonna let Luke explain how we're gonna be doing this because I don't understand. Or I mean, I do understand, but
well, I kind of want to hear Blake kind of explain what the film duo is.
Oh, then
a film duo is
because he's the one that's he's the one that's most salty about the fact that we're doing duos.
It's very broad, you know.
To me, it's not that broad.
It's not super broad.
Like I was going
especially
to
if we're strict.
The only reason I'm salty is because it started out with the idea that we're doing bromances.
But then we realized we couldn't really do a top 10 off of that. At least
You guys couldn't apparently.
Yeah. Okay. But, you know, it needs to be collaborative. You know.
But it is true. Duos is a little more broad than just a bromance.
Yes.
So do you want to try to explain it?
The list.
Oh yeah. Like how we're doing how we're going to come up at the end with 10 movies.
It's basically what we have each a top 10 list made right now.
Ish.
Ish. It's a bit hazy, but basically, and in that list we have a top 3 defined for each of us. So basically, we're going to start by going through the top 10 together, each of our top 10s, saving the 3 that we have the 3 that we consider our favorite 3 for the last 3 that we say, and then basically those are gonna be on the list initially. So say like we all in our top 3s we all have films that we have that are completely dissimilar from each other, like no shared films between those. We'll have 9 on the canon, and we only have to argue for the one spot remaining. Where it gets a little more complicated is if we have some similarities between our top 3s, and then we have to argue over more spots, basically. So it's just like, yeah. I don't know if that was a good explanation, but...
I think it was adequate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah.
It really, like, the top 10 list for each of us is not even important, because really it's like top 3 list for each of us. You should really just think of it like that.
That's a good way to say it.
Each of us have a top 3 list. That is going to get on the list for sure.
Yeah.
And then that would be at the most 9, like you said. Yeah. And then at the least, like, let's say all 3 of us somehow all had the same 3 movies.
Yeah.
Then we'd have to argue for 7 movies. But that's a very
That's
low. That's not going to happen, so...
Yeah, and...
most likely we'll have to argue
and the rest of the films kind of give us an idea of what movie to put on the last of the... whatever reigning spots we have on the top 10.
And this is another reason why I'm glad we're doing duos, because yes, it's more broad, but it allows me to... kind of define what different types of duos now in movies. Because as I was picking the duo movies, I was like recategorizing them, and that's why to me it's not a top 10 list. Because I have a little like I was just thinking about it like when I was like instead of doing top 10, I was like thinking how these are different types of duo movies.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna like try to talk about the different types of duos in a way too.
Okay.
But
yeah,
so I guess we can. Like most of our list and draft episodes, it'll make sense as we go.
Yeah.
Or not, who knows?
It's an artistic choice.
Yeah.
But, alright. Blake, you want to kick us off?
I mean, yeah. Do we want to just start with our top 3?
Well, we were going to save it for last.
Save it for last?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if someone does pick your top 3 and one of their like other 7 or whatever, try not to like reveal it either.
Alright.
You can talk about it and then just like keep it secret, you know.
Alright.
Yeah.
I guess I'll kick mine off with 1 week Buster. Or not. Well, I actually meant Go West, but 1 week also works. No, Go West, Buster Keaton, and Brown Eyes. Best duos.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a classic animal human duo.
It is.
Like, there's a lot of great ones for that.
There are. I wanted to get animal and human on there.
Okay.
1 Week popped to mind because I just had that on my list as well. But I wanted to go with Go West, obviously, for that. We have an entire episode discussing why this is Buster Keaton's best leading lady, though. So,
I mean, fair enough.
Probably the one that's given the most like independence and stuff to do.
No, actually maybe, but
Dave's trying to push his agenda now.
What? Okay, what? No, but that's a good pick. An animal. See, that wouldn't have been on a bromance list.
no, yeah. I wasn't.
This guy's starting off with a non-bromance. After all the, you should have heard all the complaining.
The only reason I was complaining is because I was hoping for a different draft.
You could still draft the same exact movie.
Or list.
So. You just want us.
Oh,
to
I
draft.
have.
This guy wants to force us to draft bromance movies. That's what it is.
Exactly.
I guess I guess I can just because mine aren't really ranked at all.
No, mine aren't.
So all of ours aren't really ranked, but so I'll kind of pair it off what you were saying about the animal and human duo combination, and I'll go Marie and Balthazar from Alcazar Balthazar. And I was kind of unsure because I kind of asked Danny about this, and he said save it for the podcast. When I was like, okay, would you consider this a duo? And the more I think about it, the more I do think it's a duo because I think we even talked about it on the episode we did Alcazar Balthazar. Like the movie really they are connected. They're like soul bound in a way. Yes. Because in a way, but they're very similar to each other, and the film very much understands that.
I mean, they're doubles. So.
Yeah, they're doubles.
Which we're gonna get.
Oh yeah. I know. Blake's fiending over talking about doubles. Alcazar Balthazar is unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the first ones that popped into mind because of course Alcazar was one of my favorite films, and truly unforgettable duo. Once you've seen the movie.
No, but I'm gonna add just Balthazar is also on mine.
Okay, so yeah.
On my short list too.
Nice.
No, also because I guess we're starting with animal-human duos too.
Yeah.
Because, this one is like, because one of the ways I think as we go through all these movies, and this one is a great example, is to me at least, and maybe we'll disagree a little bit as we go, but to me a good example of a duo movie, whatever this is whatever the two things you're saying are the duos, they have to play like kind of an equal role. You know, or equal kind of, maybe not even screen time wise, but just like in terms of how they are emphasizing the movie, impact to the movie. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't necessarily mean screen time or dialogue or anything, but they kind of have to be important to the movie that way. Okay. But I feel like we're gonna have some disagreements with that. Maybe. Yeah. We'll see. But yeah, okay, that's a good. Oh damn. Oh, geez, my phone. Okay.
The Wi-Fi's a little funky.
He's choking.
Yeah, our Wi-Fi's being so bad. But, okay, because... So as I was going through, I was like just going through my letterbox and writing the movies down. But, like, I'm going to start with the classic duo movie. And the way I split them up was basically protagonist and antagonist. Okay. That's like I think a classic duo movie, right? It's like there's a protagonist and antagonist.
Yeah.
And so like of the two that I have listed that I'm not gonna name because there's one that's probably in my top three are The Dark Knight. Because that's a duo movie, protagonist, and that goes exactly what I'm saying. Where the antagonist is just as important in a way, even more important. Versus a lot of protagonist-antagonist movies, which is like most hero movies. It's obvious the protagonist is obviously way more important. Yeah. You know, that's why you're watching. But, and then the other one I would say, that's not gonna, it kind of kills me not to put it, but Face Off.
I'm going to fucking kill you. How dare you not put it on your
Blake's gonna put it on there, you know.
I'm not going to put it on
there. Oh, what?
Maybe. What?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, you have to have decided before the podcast.
I mean, I have another John Woo on there already. I was hoping that there would be two, but obviously not, because this fucking guy.
No, yeah.
It can maybe still make it on number 10.
No, but yeah. That's,
I mean, that's the classic one, so...
Yeah. I guess... but Face Off, yes, that's the classic one. And honestly, that one is... I'm going to maybe even call Face Off in my next category, which I have, is called Protagonist, and then in quotes, Antagonist. Okay, and I think Face Off actually fits more into that one, but even though he's more of a straight-up antagonist, which I would still leave him in the... like in the movie's terms, he's still more of a straight up just antagonist, right? He's a villain.
Yeah.
But like as a viewer, you're watching.
You're like, who's who?
He's basically a protagonist, and you're like watching it. The
They're
same
both
Yeah.
antagonists in a way.
So I'll save like what I have for that category, but like that's my next category.
Face Off is its own thing.
Yeah.
That's why it's insane. It's not going on your top 3. You better have that third movie on.
No, you're gonna like the one I picked. Though. I think.
Okay. Face Off is also on my short list, so I guess I'll stick on the antagonist and protagonist one though, because I'll go Full Contact. Simon Yam and Shaggy Fat. Like, it's one of my favorite. Yes. It's one of my favorite because this is why I consider a bromance, even though it's kind of a one-sided bromance because it's all Simon Yam, but just wanting to be with Shaggy Fat. But we are gonna have to actually get to Full Contact at some point because I don't know if we're gonna do an entire Ringo Lamb series. We probably could, but
I think we all love it too.
Yes, Full Contact is fucking amazing, and their performance is the reason it's amazing.
Well, he lights he lights a cigarette with his finger?
Yes, he does.
Okay, yeah, I'm remembering that correctly?
Yes, that's like the opening scene.
Yeah. Unforgettable.
It really is.
Alright. I don't know if I really have a protagonist and antagonist to pair it off you guys, so I'm just gonna go rogue here. I'm gonna pick an obvious one. You guys probably knew I was gonna do this. Sarah and Robert in Love Streams.
I didn't know you were gonna do this.
Okay, you did know.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
They were on my. I didn't put them on my list, but they were very.
In a way, I think we even brought up in the episode. I think Danny and I brought up about how like this is kind of similar to Marie and Balthazar, where they're kind of like in a sense like. In a way, like the double as well. Them two throughout the movie, and especially the movie kind of, in a sense, it doesn't even like. I guess sort of like Marie and Balthazar. A lot of the film, they aren't even in the same room. It's kind of like. They're both kind of just on a path to each other in a sense, and then it's an unbelievable film. And what Cassavetes does with that, with their meeting, is unbelievable. But yeah, goes to our episode on it. But yeah, Love Stream's one of my favorite films, so I had to pick it.
Great duo as well.
I mean, yeah, and then I mean the zoo scene, the house zoo scene, when she brings all the animals, is like.
Are they a better duo
one of the best scenes of all time?
And Love Streams than they are on Opening Night?
They're more of a duo in this movie than Opening Night, because Opening Night's more focused on her as an individual, and he's kind of like to the side in a way.
He's like
with the other people also on the side.
He's a supporting actor, basically.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, Love Streams, they're more equal billing, in my opinion. So.
Okay. Alright. So I said the next category I had is kind of similar to protagonist and antagonist, but it's like I'm saying protagonist and then in quotes antagonist. And I think it'll make sense once I name the movies that I had listed. The Prestige.
Okay.
So Hugh Jackman is like, he kind of is the villain of the movie, but at the same time he's basically the protagonist too. Like you're kind of following both theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like literally that's probably the prime example I'm talking about. Where in the movie sense he's the antagonist, like as a villain, but like he's basically you're like literally following both of them.
Yeah.
And then California Split was another one I had.
Fuck,
that's not an antagonist.
Well, yeah,
antagonist. That's what I'm saying.
Because he's like the little.
He literally is the antagonizer of the movie. He's like.
Okay, I have California Split on my list.
It's on my top 10, so I'll have to.
Okay.
Yeah, we could go all the way around back to you if you. I mean, unless you have another.
No, we can go around it.
Because we all. I
guess he did just get.
But you can see why I would have that.
Yeah,
it follows that category too. Because it's like, you just think of it like as a. Like, you would think of it initially as a protagonist movie, but you're like, wait, he actually is technically he literally is the antagonizer.
Man.
And kind of like
And just as a duo, too, throughout the film, they just have so many great moments with each other.
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That's like, if we're picking a good duo, you have to have great moments.
Yeah.
Like, why would...
But this one, I don't know, this one, like...
No, but it's like, it's interesting. Yeah, how the movie kind of just, like, floats along.
Like, the key scene I think of, and there are many... is when which one's Elliot Gould's character? He's Charlie, right? Yeah, he's Charlie.
I do not remember the name.
When Charlie comes back from Mexico, when he didn't tell Bill he was going to Mexico, and he brings back the pet parrot, the parrot pinata.
Yes.
One of the greatest scenes of all time.
Yes.
He shows off his one-arm piccolo player. Yeah, unbelievable. But yeah, I guess we're going all the way back around to you.
We are? Okay.
So we both had Bill and Charlie.
Okay.
Definitely Split.
And I've been naming multiple movies too.
Yeah.
Because I told you I was going more with the category.
Do you have 10 categories or like 7
no,
categories?
No, I don't. No. I had 1, 2.
You're gonna run out.
I
I guess.
had 5.
Okay.
But I guess I can save some because I had a lot. And this is probably the most basic one. Protagonist.
Yeah.
Like this was also you had Balthazar.
Okay. Yeah.
That I had. One that kills me that I'm not gonna have, and I guess I'll talk about this one next. Is Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Unstoppable's great.
That's like a prime duo movie too.
Yeah.
He's going to have
Is that a trio
Taking
movie,
Pelham
though?
1, 2, 3 on his top 3.
Is Unstoppable a
100%.
trio movie though?
If Unstoppable's
Them two in the train.
If Unstable's not
Actually,
making it onto
no.
his list.
I actually forgot to list that.
Oh shit!
Damn.
He hates it. He hates that movie.
He hates Tony Scott.
Damn.
He thinks Tony Scott's mid.
Honestly, I think it was because of the poster. Because the Unstoppable poster has both of the duos.
Damn.
Usually on there, but the
Yeah.
Pelham one I had doesn't have them.
So that's protagonist, antagonist.
But no,
That
that
or
would
antagonist quotation
see,
marks.
Yes, actually, that would be a
Would it-
protagonist, antagonist one. I think.
Quotation marks. Okay.
Yes.
Because I mean, he's doing it for like the. He's fucking over like the New York stockbrokers or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the New York
Yeah.
elite or something.
Yeah. Because that's why, like, Yeah. But you still like him. You know, you still like watching him
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff. But there's a few more, but I'll probably I'll let you guys go around too.
Okay. Blake.
I mean, one of mine that fits in the protagonist, antagonist kind of in quotation marks is Running Out of Time by Johnny Toe. Danny probably didn't watch it this week, but... Have you seen Running Out of Time?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Well, actually, I was going to pick that for the Friday. But I don't have the subtitles. Like, when I...
Oh, you forgot to download
Yeah.
You forgot to put the subtitles.
Yeah. I know, so I might rip it again or something. But,
I can bring it back. No, yeah, but Running Out of Time. It's got Andy Lau and La Wan as, like... So La Wan, he's a detective he's basically a hostage negotiator that works with the police. And he gets called in because there's this one guy that wants to talk to him. It's Andy Lau, who very early in the movie he's diagnosed with cancer and only has like a few weeks left to live.
Yeah.
And so he just wants to play a game with La Wan for 3 days. But it's not like a normal cop cat and mouse thriller. Like, it's literally a buddy movie, kind of, with them two as the buddy cops. But it's
I like that.
it's like this hostage negotiator and a terrorist that are the buddies. But
sounds amazing.
and it's great.
It sounds like Taking
It's
Pelham 1, 2,
very-
3. Negotiator and
It kind of is actually,
the terrorists. Yeah.
but it's a great movie.
Okay.
Very fun to watch.
I'll stick with the genre talk we're doing right now, and I'll go with Sonny and Rico in Miami from Miami Vice. I guess you guys haven't watched it in a while, and you guys both didn't really like it when you initially watched it. But Miami Vice, it's unbelievable. Definitely my favorite Michael Mann film. And if we're talking about like straight up just like it's honestly Tenet coded. Tenet and Miami Vice are a lot more similar than a lot of people give them credit for, and especially these two. Like the way they just like are just like cool as fuck walking around Miami Vice. Like it's like so overdone, but, like in such a good way, and like I mean it's like and they just have so many. They're a great like buddy cop kind of thing, but they're also like cool as shit basically throughout the whole film. Yeah, you also get like a Colin Farrell, like in like the mid 2000s, like has the most like mid 2000s look of all time.
He does, dude.
And like the way Michael Mann like photographs them in like the early 2000s digital is amazing.
Honestly, and you bring in a Michael Mann, Collateral
Collateral's on.
is a
Collateral.
protagonist, antagonist.
Yeah.
Or
Collateral's on
antagonist.
my list as well.
Okay.
Even though to me he's a straight up antagonist.
Yeah.
This is where I'm like, it kind of blurs the lines. Like,
He's like
that's why I'm like, I don't
he's
know.
like a cold, calculating hitman.
Yeah, he's like that's why in the movie's logic he's a pure antagonist.
Yeah.
I'm saying more from like a spectator, you watching.
Yeah.
Are they just an antagonist, or are they more like you're kind of watching them as a protagonist?
Yeah.
If you see what I mean?
Do you think Tom Cruise playing the antagonist role plays a role in why you're?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. But I think I would play him more in like the Dark Knight territory,
Okay.
and less like the face-off one. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like people could disagree with that.
Collateral's on my list for sure. So
My turn. Okay, before I name some more, because there's a few more protagonists I want to name, but this is one that I thought this is like a specific movie. There's maybe others you can think of. Because first I had this in the protagonist, but I'm like, this is an interesting one. One would be like, in the first one would be in quotes protagonist, which is Leigh Bonheur.
Okay, I like that.
Where he's actually an antagonist.
Yeah, because he is kind of like the main guy. But he really
is a protagonist, like for the whole movie as you're watching.
Like, yeah, he isn't even like, he's like really the first person she kind of is honing in on in a sense. Yeah, that's a good one.
But maybe you could just say that's an antagonist, protagonist, or something like that too.
Yeah. But she's definitely trying to fake you out, though, which I think would warrant the quotation marks around the protagonist.
Exactly. Yeah. No, but I think that's also a duo. Even though you could maybe say that's not a duo, it's actually a trio movie then.
I guess, yeah.
It's like a love triangle.
You could argue that.
But I don't know. It's kind of like
she is very to the side.
The wife's movie in a way too, like her. Kind of, yeah. And
the young woman, it's like more. She's like more to the side. I feel like compared to a lot of other trio movies.
I can see people disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
I'll stick with that.
Now, does the Before trilogy have like? Does it start protagonist, then go like antagonist, and then go something else entirely for the last one?
To me, that's just classic. They're protagonists the whole time.
Yeah.
But there are some things happening in those last two movies where you're
the last one. Is
it just the last one?
It's just the last one. Yeah.
Because I remember some scenes in one of those movies where I was like, oh, this is like,
oh boy. Damn, they're getting into it.
But they end up together still at the end, right?
They don't, right?
Or no?
I thought he goes back home to his wife.
I think it's kind of unresolved. Well, no, they are married in the last one.
In the last one, they're married.
Oh, okay.
I think it's kind of open-ended, if I'm not... I haven't watched them in a while, to be honest. The third one is kind of like my least favorite one, which makes sense, because it's like... I just need to grow up to appreciate it, maybe. It's like, especially at the time I watched it, which I was like... a lot closer to high school than I am now.
But no, none of that Before trilogy?
No.
I thought about it. It definitely warrants a mention.
Yeah, no, it does.
For sure.
I feel like there's a lot of rom-coms we're missing and stuff that other people would have. Or just romances in general.
I have some coming up.
Okay.
So,
of course he does.
Alright. Well, Blake, you going now?
Yeah, I can. Mine's just going to be a classic bromance, Prison on Fire.
Okay. A lot of Hong Kong from Blake.
Oh, yeah.
If anyone is surprised by that, you know.
They got some of the best dudes.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, they're good at it. They're known for it, for sure.
They are known for it.
Prison on Fire.
Okay. I'll just go with one that we talked about last week, the protagonist, Neil, from Tenet.
I'm honestly a little surprised this isn't on your top 3.
Yeah,
it was close. I'm not gonna lie.
Fake fan.
It was close. There's
no open season 2 too. I haven't heard yet.
Yeah.
This again, bro.
Is that not duo?
They're duo. Shrek and Donkey.
They are. Boogie.
That's a different.
Boogie and Elliot are definitely our duo. Great duo. But
see, that's where I'm like, that's a great duo. But I think the first Shrek movie counts as a duo movie.
Yes.
The second movie, no.
The second movie's way more. Well, I mean, they're both.
It's way more all about all the other characters as well, though.
It's a grand fairy tale.
Yes, exactly. But the first movie, okay.
Do we need to do Shrek and Shrek 2 on the podcast sometime?
Shrek and Open
Season. This guy wants to do Shrek more than Open Season. That's
okay, we can do Open Season 2 as
well. Shrek 2 and Open Season 2.
This guy's so scared to talk
Actually,
about.
hold on. He actually might be cooking now. Like Shrek 2 Open Season 2 episode.
Decide which one's better at the end.
I mean, it's obvious.
Okay.
We should do the Shreks though. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Those are classics.
So I haven't seen them since I was a kid.
Because actually, that kind of that has another movie that I have on here for the protagonist that wasn't Shrek. Monsters Inc.
Mike and Sully.
I mean, yeah, damn, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that's like an obvious one.
Yes.
Damn, I fucking love that movie.
Man, I mean, honestly, How to Train Your Dragon with and Hickman.
All right.
They're great.
See, that's what it's like. That's a great duo in the movie. But is
It's
that a
about
duo
them,
movie?
though. It's
I
about
guess the first
them.
one is like them training and stuff.
I would say all. I would
But
say all
Toothless
this
is not
all
nearly
three are
as
about
in it
them.
as much as the other kid, the guy. Because like you could say he's in love with the girl more than even Toothless.
Toothless has a lot of screen time in the first one.
But you just say like it doesn't matter the screen time. It's like more than.
But like the you could say the guy's also a duo with the girl as well.
I haven't seen the movie since I was a little kid, so I actually have no idea.
Wow,
Really?
that's crazy.
I haven't even seen the
Wow,
second.
we know
or
you're
third.
great
he's an animation
animators.
hater.
Whoa! When did this
Pretentious.
come? When did this happen? When did this
We
happen?
know.
I mean, this
We
is
know deep
crazy.
down.
When has this
We know
narrative
deep down.
started?
How have you not seen How to Train Your Dragon again since you were a kid?
I don't know.
That's crazy. It's one of the best trips.
There's a lot of
It's
movies.
actually one of the best animated.
I haven't seen the
It's a
second or
good
third one yet. There's just a lot of movies out there, bro. You know.
You haven't even seen the
Well,
second
when the live action one comes out soon, you know, that then you know I'll get
Wait,
to it.
live action what?
There's a live action
How to
How to
Train
Train
Your
Your Dragon. It's like coming out like soon.
Stop.
Something
Like
that.
this year, I think.
Are you serious?
There's
Yeah.
already a trailer, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there is a trailer actually. Yeah.
My heart is breaking.
We gotta do a trailer reaction with Blake.
Just
I can't keep
his head in his
doing
hands
this.
the whole time.
Yeah,
like,
he's
I
like,
can't keep
watching
suffering.
this.
Where's the nearest bridge?
So yeah, that's where I'm like, I don't know if that's a duo movie though. Like Shrek for sure. Like the whole narrative rests around their like travel.
Yes.
How to Train Your Dragon though. I mean, I guess the title alone is like.
They're trading. He's trading his dragon.
Yeah, there's also a lot more plot in the movie of like
evil.
there's some
Vikings,
evil
I
thing
think.
going on or whatever, and like they have to
Evil
save the
dragon
day,
trainers.
and That's probably happening. I don't know.
Yeah. That sounds like something that would be in the movie called How You Train Your Dragon.
Was it? I think it was Blake's turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
shit.
what it is.
We're just naming movies at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
naming
why not?
movies. I mean, I want A Better Tomorrow to be on my movies, obviously. I just don't know
Oh,
which one. It's not going to be in my top 3.
Damn!
Wait, what?
Wait! Oh, you have to. Okay, we
Ah,
already know.
you-
I know now.
We know Blake's.
You should have assumed the one I'm going to
No, I was hoping it was. I was hoping it was Better Tomorrow.
But see, A Better Tomorrow, the reason it's not in the top 3 is because I don't know which duo to go with. Because it's
Yeah,
Shaggy
actually,
Fat
that's
and T.
actually
Long,
why-
and then it's
but,
T. Long and Leslie Chung, and then it's also Leslie Chung and Shaggy Fat. I don't know which one
But-
to choose. They're all
Well,
amazing.
that goes to why I didn't actually have it on my list. Because to me, it's not a duo movie. It's a trio movie. That's why you literally just
Yeah.
described what a trio movie is. You're like, oh, I don't know what a trio is.
it's a
Like
duo
that's
movie.
the problem with the trio
It's a
movie.
duo
yeah.
movie because technically T. Long and Leslie Chung are the same person,
No.
and they're both connected. to
It's
Shaggy
like a
Fat.
pass down. No, it's literally a trio.
It's a
movie.
generational thing. Yes.
So it's not
They're the
duo,
same
though.
person.
No, because there's another generation too as well. Like unless you're, unless you're saying T. Long is not equally as important.
They're both equally important.
No.
They're the same person.
Okay,
It's just one went one way, the other went the other way. You know.
Yeah.
See, this
And
guy,
then they come.
This
full
guy
circle
sounded like
again.
a fifth century Christian philosopher describing the Trinity or something.
the Holy Trinity. T. Long, Leslie Chung, and Shaggy Fat.
It's actually not a Trinity; it's a duo, and it's all one at the end.
Fucking God.
Bro. Okay. Wait.
On the
your
list.
turn?
Yeah. I feel like we're all picking like genre movies. Like, do I need to? I think the rest of mine aren't really like genre.
Oh, I have a romance movie on here too. I guess.
That would be a genre movie.
Oh shit. Yeah.
But I don't know what you meant by genre.
Yeah,
though.
what
or
do you
like
mean?
a lot of action,
Action,
crime.
okay, you meant
like,
action, yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of it's mostly been that. But I'll go. Danny, actually, you might have this on your. You should have this on your list. Rhinette and Mirabelle, from The Four Adventures of Rhinette and Mirabelle.
Yeah.
Okay. Your face right there. So yeah, I mean,
I actually forgot to put it on. Here.
wait,
Oh my God,
forget
this
the
guy.
one. Oh my god, how'd you forget?
I told you I missed it.
Oh damn. But yeah, well, I think a big part of their duo too is like, because it's like a film about their four like stories of like kind of like their relationships and their like backgrounds clashing in a sense of like her being like the actually I don't know which is Rhinette the city girl or the country girl. Basically, one's a country girl, one's a city girl, and then it kind of just shows like in the most gentle like Romer way possible, showing like poking out their like differences basically. And it's like, yeah, it's probably my favorite Romer to be honest, and like a big part of that is because of this dynamic throughout the whole film. That's amazing to watch.
I think a similar kind of movie that does like a interesting thing with the duo, like the one you just mentioned, is a Certified Copy.
Yes, honestly, damn.
Because like there's like a duo on screen, but then it's also make you think about other kind of duos in general, like a husband and wife. Which the screen duo you're watching is actually not husband and wife. They're just like almost strangers, basically.
Yes.
But they're like then on screen they're acting like husband and wife. So then it makes you actually think
what's
about
the
like
line between
because you can like just their conversation you can tell they were both married already before and stuff like that. So like that the movie itself playing with the idea of a duo and whatever is also interesting. It's certified copy. And then I guess another one that I also this one may be borderline, but I think it also applies is the chess players. I don't know. Have you seen it?
It's been a while.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Because like this might be more one of those like it's a duo in a film, but it's not about a duo. It's not a duo film, but I still have to get in there because it's like about these two guys. They're a great duo. You know.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to describe if you haven't seen the movie, but they're kind of important. They're an important duo in the movie, and they're really funny. But
I just realized I have 12 instead of 10. So
I mean, I definitely had more than 10.
I've listened more than 10 right now.
I mean,
as long as we have it, that's why I said it's more of a top three.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely haven't done a child protagonist and adult protagonist yet, so mine's gonna be Kikujiro.
Oh, okay.
Takeshi Kitano's. I have another one, but I honestly don't know. It might be on Danny's top 3, so I'm not gonna mention it unless it's not. But
well, you said kid and adult. The one I have, it's not on my list, but I was gonna mention too. Is the kid?
Okay, that's the one. That's the one I thought might be on your top 3.
Yeah,
honestly.
the kid. No, it's not on my.
Oh, Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, Chaplin's the kid. Also, this is not a kid and adult, but it's like this is like two different countries duo. Dersu Uzala.
Oh, that's a great one. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while too.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, it's like cross countries kind of. I think that's a good one. That was also a lot of these we just mentioned are protagonist.
Yes.
Duo films, which are probably the most common ones.
Yeah.
In a lot of these. But what else do you have?
I have an obvious one too. If you know my taste in film, McKay and Mrs. Miller.
That is a great one.
I don't know if you thought this was gonna be my top 3.
I thought it was.
It was close. It was close, but yeah,
So no Altman.
Well, Altman has. Well, I had Bill and Charlie from.
I'm surprised the California Split wasn't in yours also in your top 3.
There's only 3. There's only 3 spots, guys.
Fake fan?
I was kind of hoping it would be.
And also, honestly, those two are like I think maybe he doesn't have a lot of other duos because it's either single protagonist or a group.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he has a lot more other than those two in terms of duos specifically. But yeah, McCabe was sort of a fantastic dynamic between those two that really makes up the whole. I mean, literally, the movie's called McCabe and Mrs. Miller. Like can't get more.
And it's also comparing their kind of like one's incompetence and one's like competence to each other too.
Yes, and one's their appearance. And
yeah.
Of those.
Kind of like the American West in general too.
Yeah.
Have we not had like a straight romance listed yet?
I can do that.
I mean, I can do that too.
On her.
That's not straight. I mean, okay, the fact that you said that, I can bring up one that's hilarious to be the first one. Sada Abe and Kachizo Ishida from In the Realm of the Senses.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm actually dead serious about this too. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I have to watch it again. Obviously, it's been a long.
Literally, I mean, it's literally maybe it's so clear cut too because in a sense, a big part of the film is kind of like they're like. Because this is like the movie where they like actually have sex on camera.
Yes, yeah.
That's like what it's most known for. Kind of annoys when people just boil it down to that, but like obviously, but like in a sense, it's almost like they're kind of like or affair or whatever, being like set contrast to like the rising fascism in Japan, almost like creating this kind of like affair, creating a world in a sense or in a realm to like kind of escape that or like reject it in a way, and the way the film kind of like portrays that. In a sense, it's like they're like the only 2 characters in the movie, basically. That's like kind of like how you can look at the movie. Like they're only 2 that exist in that moment, or just exist only 2 that exist within the camera's focus. So yeah, unbelievable film. I'll defend it forever. But yeah,
I remember really not liking it when I first saw it, but that was like a while ago.
I didn't either until I
watched it was. This was back when I would scroll like eBay for cheaper Criterion.
Yeah.
With cool covers. and it definitely has a cool cover.
definitely
that's
has
not honestly. I think the cool cover is
cover.
why I watched it, and all I heard was like, "Oh, it's a sex movie." I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I'll watch it. Just why not?"
That's not why.
But-
I watched
but I
it.
didn't have-
I'm way too mature for that. I would never do that.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I watched it because it was a Criterion.
No, but
It was in the collection.
Yeah, it was in the collection.
And honestly, like I didn't really like it that much, but then I like read more like what people like who love the movie, what they wrote about it, and like the historical context behind it within their writings, and like it made the movie click for me so much. And it's a great. Also, I knew more about Nagisa Oshima as well.
Well, see, that's why like Oshima having a background knowledge in Japanese history helps a lot with Oshima's movies.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of Oshima's filmography that I'm like still needing to like brush up.
I was
on a lot
trying
of
to
it.
find a way to force "Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence" on this list, but there's just no way. I guess there is a way.
Oh,
you can
the
choose
two
Lawrence
gay
and-
musicians.
you can choose Lawrence and the other guy, but it's not really.
No.
It's about them, but it's about sowing the seeds in everyone.
But okay,
just
but no,
one.
but David Bowie and Ryuichi Sakamoto's
That's what I was
character.
saying. Those are the two you could probably choose. Although I was thinking to pick
But see, that's a duo in a movie.
Lawrence, so.
Is it a duo movie?
But they kind of are a big focal point of the movie.
It is
Okay,
a huge
alright.
focal point in the movie.
Yeah.
But Kitano and Lawrence are also a duo in the movie. They're amazing.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I guess it is a bit like there's a lot.
There's a lot of duos.
There's a lot of
in the
duos
movie.
in there. So it's like which one would you say is the main one? But yeah,
I guess my straight romance would be Rouge, though.
Rouge. Okay.
Yeah, which that's kind of like that's just kind of a normal. I mean, it's
It's-
not
it's a
normal
ghost,
because it's a
too,
ghost
yeah.
story, but it's like longing across
Yes,
or
yes.
across like literal like time. So
Yeah. All right, the last one I have before my top three though. Let's actually. Is there any on this like short list? These other like.
Well, I have a couple more before I want to list my top three, and then also I had a few that I had just a question mark.
Okay.
What like more like just for debate. They're probably not, but well, I guess my last few I would name. Well, what was the last one you were gonna name?
Celine and Julie and Celine and Julie
Okay, yeah.
voting because like
That's a
you
good
know
one.
they're like teaming up to like almost like take season the narrative. I talked about it in Sherlock, the Sherlock Junior episode because I was comparing the two, like them like seizing the narrative with each other with this like parallel murder mystery melodrama. But yeah,
I should have chosen Buster Keaton duoing with himself
Yeah.
in the Playhouse.
okay.
I'm just kidding.
And also you could say Celine Juliet Boating is like the female equivalent of a bromance.
Yeah,
That doesn't have a good name because
Thelma and Louise too.
I haven't seen that movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
But I have some I can name really quickly too, but I'll do that at the end because I don't want to take away from someone's top three if they're in there.
Oh, true.
True.
So a couple I had for this is the last category I had was antagonist.
Okay.
And it's basically a protagonist, but they're both kind of antagonists.
Okay.
And like, this is more like a classic. Like a lot of people have seen this movie. And I feel like this is like a certain genre too. 21 Jump Street.
That was nice. You said classic movie. I was like,
Well,
what
that's
a
like-
horror movie?
No, classic in terms of like a lot of people have seen it. More
Okay,
like a big movie. I feel like, and then I'm saying it's more like a genre too of comedies have this kind of
Yes.
antagonist. And I'm thinking more like this is not a duo, but like it's like the way It's Always Sunny approaches its characters,
Yeah.
where like they're all antagonists. in a
Ooh,
way.
actually, Catherine and Jean and We Won't Grow Old Together, the Maurice Pialat movie, does that really well. Too.
Well, actually, you mentioned that because the one I was really thinking of was Journey to Italy as the
Fuck, why did I not think of
antagonist,
that?
antagonist
damn.
movie. That's
Fuck,
the antagonist.
I
That's
completely
the one I
skipped that in
actually
my
had,
mind.
yeah.
Oh, damn, yeah.
And it almost made my top three, but
Damn. Yeah, that would have been close to mine, too, but I fucking forgot.
and then the ones that like I'm not worried. This won't be on your list because these are my question mark ones. Were okay. This is definitely a great duo in a movie, but it's almost such a great duo. It's like almost a duo movie. Is Kung Fu Panda
Yeah.
with Poe and
Wait, which one, Poe?
no Poe and
Oh, Shifu.
no the tiger guy. Fuck, why am I forgetting his name?
No,
the
it's
villain.
Poe and
Tai
Shifu.
Tai Lung.
Okay, so you can do that.
Poe and Tai Lung, because it's like literally the perfect yin yang battle.
Okay,
a
I
fight.
guess in that
it's like literally
way.
the perfect fight.
But Poe and Shifu's like...
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
But Poe and Shifu's
You don't like the final fight of Kung Fu Panda?
That's kind of
Should.
sick.
Yeah, it's like a tortoise and a hare situation.
Yeah. But also, like, Poe and
It's
Shifu...
an updated modern version.
Or a panda and a tiger.
Yeah,
Honestly, I think of the Poe and Shifu scenes before that.
I do
Like,
too.
of
Shifu
that-
kind of
I do
annoys me
too.
though. That's the only thing.
What?
Shifu kind of annoys me
I fucking love Shifu.
at times.
He's funny. He's funny in a way.
Hilarious. It's Dustin Hoffman, bro.
He doesn't trust Uguay enough right away.
Fucking guy. He's ride or die for Uwe.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I can't play him. So.
But then some Four Nights of a Dreamer. That's more where you think that's a duo initially, and I was like, it's more to me. It's more a movie just about like an artist and like painting in general.
Yeah.
My Uncle, because we talked about this before. Because you were like, the movie's called My Uncle.
Yeah.
And so you could kind of see that. I could kind of see it, but then it's like, it's more Tati's movie. L, the Boonwell movie.
Okay, yeah.
But then I was like, that's more about him more than her. It's like his psychosis. And then also Rope.
Rope's a good one.
Yeah, that's an obvious
But is that a duo movie though?
Yeah.
Because the only thing is the other guy.
Jimmy Stewart.
Yes, he's a huge part of it.
But they are gay.
But that's why I was like, it's more of that's a duo, a great duo in a movie.
That's a bromance movie too.
So. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But it's kind of aren't they? Isn't like the body supposed to like be like their repressed like homosexuality or whatever? Is that what it's like?
Something like that.
See, I mean, I guess from that lens, you could say it's a duo.
Okay.
Movie.
Yeah, I could see people saying it's a duo movie.
Because I mean, Jimmy Stewart's just like a plot vehicle. You could say maybe to. Kind of like unearth their secrets.
Yeah, okay.
Save the day instead of actually just being like of that. But yeah, depends how you view the movie.
Alright, yeah. So yeah, those ones are like the question mark ones I've seen.
Sure.
I probably missed some because obviously, but I think I got most of the ones.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go to our top three.
Top three. All right.
Who wants to go first? I guess who went first?
I did.
Blake go first.
My number 3 is Miss Lonely.
Yeah, I knew that was
The Boy and Lonely Heart, obviously. Because this is a great duo movie. Because I'm not going to spoil it, but obviously it's like the duo means more than you think at the beginning. And I guess it's not, I don't think it's really like hidden who the ghost is, personally, but it is technically revealed at the end. I guess confirmed at the end. So I don't want to spoil anything if people haven't seen it. But
yeah, I know.
Fantastic duo.
Unbelievable.
Fantastic duo.
You gotta have that. This one is the only one of my 3 that I think one of you maybe have, and that's Danny. Danny, do you have Vienna and Johnny Guitar?
Is that a duo movie? Oh, is that a duo movie?
It is.
Is that a duo movie?
Yes, it is. Oh my! Shut the fuck up. No, this is a duo. Who the fuck else is in the fucking picture?
It's about the world, though. It's about.
All right, no.
It's about the villains as well.
No, it's Vienna. It's Vienna and Johnny Guitar's relationship to me is the forefront of the movie. It's the heart and soul of the movie. It's their almost like or absence of relationship
in a movie.
No, it's a great duo movie. You have to come on. Because especially like
because what about the other guy she likes as well?
See, that's
what I'm saying. No. There's like the rest of the world is also very intricate to the movie.
I mean, it is, but like I think Vienna and Johnny Guitar are like the most. I think they're enough in the forefront to warrant the duo movie.
All right.
So I'm
your top 3, and Blake hasn't seen it.
I mean, you can't complain too about Johnny Guitar.
I guess we'll have to ask Blake later when we.
Yeah, we are going to be reviewing this soon.
Yeah, we'll come back.
But just but basically,
we'll come back to this.
Short like them.
We'll have to make Luke revise it up based on what Blake says later.
Oh man. But yeah, like just them trying to like almost like create their relationship or like absence of relationship, them like trying to recreate something, and not through flashback, just through words and like gestures and glances.
Yes.
I mean, you know that one scene.
Yes.
But yeah.
Godar's favorite scene ever.
Might be my favorite scene ever. Fuck, it's up there. Film to film scene, top 10 scenes coming soon. I don't know.
All right.
That'd be tough.
My first pick is a movie I did actually have in my top 3, and it was Misdirection. For Adventures.
Oh, really?
For Adventures. That was my protagonist one.
Damn.
No, yeah, it's definitely on my list.
Do you have anything to add to what?
No, because you already said part of what I was going to say is it's not only a great duo movie, and I kind of said this to her about Copy. Like, it's not only a great duo movie just for like what's on screen, but kind of like making you think of like what the duos almost symbolize or represent too. Because, like you said, one of them's like the country, one of them's the city. The movie starts out in the country, and so you kind of get their interactions in the country, and then it just kind of just skips over, and the last 2 adventures are in the city.
Yeah.
And it's just so sudden all of a sudden, like they're in a new apartment in the city. It just happens.
Wait, what's the second one?
The Adventure?
What's the second adventure?
Because
isn't the second one in the city?
the second one in the city too, actually? I don't know.
Because wait, they start in it's the Moonlight one, or I forgot what they call it. The one they're in the farm.
Blue Hour.
Blue Hour. The Waiter, is that the second one or the third one?
I always thought the waiter was the third one, but it might be the second.
Because then there's the painting one. But what's that? What's the other one I'm not thinking of in the movie? Oh no, they're all in the last three are in the city.
What's
because the second one's the waiter, the third one is them at the train station.
Oh, okay.
And then the fourth one is your point still I think stands well enough.
No, yeah, no, I just
it is going inward, but it is not. It's it's
just because screen time wise they don't actually take up the same amount of.
Yeah, that is actually true. That's true.
So maybe screen time is like more even, but
the last painting one, yeah.
But either way, yeah, just like it's like works to so many levels, like comparing both country and city, but also just like their individual personalities, which Romer is so good at doing, is like he must involve the actors to some degree because like you get a lot of their almost like individual personalities throughout the film too. In a lot of his movies, you feel like that, but even in this one, it's like one of them is way more like on time with everything, way more strict, way more uptight. And then, like, the way she describes her art is way more different than, like, the other girl who's not an artist, you know? Yeah. So he's, like, comparing that to, like, the artist versus not the artist. And it's, like, all these various duos you get just from, like, the duos, those two.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, one of my favorites all time.
Okay.
My second pick is going to be Days. Li Kongsheng and
Yeah, I knew that was coming, probably.
Yes.
One of the Simon Long's films.
Yeah, this was the one that I wanted the duo for the most because I feel like it's his best duo.
I mean, what else duo does he have in contention?
Like I guess the whole. Well, a lot of the ones with Kong and Shi are I would consider kind of duo-y.
Because he has a lot of trios.
He does have a lot of trios.
Honestly, probably more than duos. Actually,
he does.
So yeah, you only really have. I think you really only have Days.
It's Days, Wayward Cloud, probably, and then
the whole,
and then maybe Visage.
I don't know if I would say Visage.
If you take
Visage, it's kind of individual, movie, but also kind of it's kind of a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Days, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Okay. Y'all gonna kind of get mad at me over this.
Oh, God.
You know I gotta get my boy Hawks in here. So I'm gonna go Walter and Hildy and His Girl Friday, and I'm being dead serious. This isn't even like a spite pick of just me picking. No,
I like His Girl Friday. So.
But this is like because I rewatched this movie this year, and stay tuned for our recap episode next week because I'm gonna probably be one of my top 5 rewatches. But they're basically he's a newspaper mogul. And she was Hildy was Walter's ex. They're getting divorced basically. So she left his New Bears company, and she came back with her new boyfriend or whatever, to kind of I forgot exactly why. If it was if he's trying to she's definitely trying to make him jealous or whatever. But basically, the movie's basically Walter manipulating reality to get her to come back to him, both in their relationship, but also as a newspaper, to work for him for the newspaper. And just the dynamic of the lengths that Walter will go to manipulate reality to get her back to him is it's what makes up the movie in my opinion, and it's unbelievable. One of the best Hawks films, which is saying a lot because he has a lot of bangers. But
I do like His Girl Friday. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I do remember loving it.
Absolutely love it. So.
You're right. Damn, I had to get a Hawks. You had to get a Hawks on there.
Yes, sir.
All right.
One where you can't say no. Which relatable. My next pick is I can't wait to just rub it in Dane's face. That's gonna be on our list.
Oh yes, sir.
Oh, we already know.
Yes, sir. He's cool gonna say it.
My next pick is honestly one of my favorite movies. Also, one I'm probably gonna be doing soon. This one also could be a, in quotations, protagonist, antagonist. Violent Cop.
Who's he doubling with?
The villain.
Himself?
No, the bad guy in the movie, technically. The antagonist.
See, this is a bad sign whenever I've watched the movie 4 times and I can't remember who the villain is.
What?
Because it's Takashi Kitano. It's Takashi Kitano.
You can't remember the movie. No,
he's the entire movie.
No. He's not. That's the whole point. The guy he gets in the shootout with. That's the whole fucking point of the movie, though. It's the duo is the clash of we're seeing basically the cop who's technically the good guy. He's basically just as evil as the bad guy in the movie. Because how do you not remember this guy? He's literally so memorable too.
Are we talking about the guy that rapes his sister?
Are y'all even talking about the same
is that
movie?
yeah? Like he has this little hideout thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy. Yes. Yes.
I don't know, man.
It's a duo movie.
The
I don't know, man.
Because even the title of the movie is for calling it basically a duo movie. Because Violent Cop is like the whole movie. You're supposed to be thinking, oh, this is the cop that's the good guys. They're chasing the bad guys, whatever. And then like the whole point of the movie is like he's just another one. He's like basically another bad guy.
But the reason I don't think it's a duo is because he's not chasing after this specific guy until that thing happens in the middle of the movie.
But that's why it's
Where
a
he
duo
takes his
movie because he's
sister.
like comparing those two guys like the whole movie. He's literally flipping back and forth between their stories. Like that's why the whole movie ends with this clash because it's like they're both the same and they both like just kill each other.
No, the clash is amazing at the end.
That's why it's a duo movie. Like he's literally saying like there's no protagonist here. Like the both of them just died. To me, that's why it's like a perfect movie.
I mean, it is a perfect movie, but
Damn, the Katano expert
It's
disagrees.
a duo movie. Blake's even agreeing with me as he disagrees.
I'm not though.
At the end. Plus, like once again, like I said, the title is literally referring to like Violent Cop. It's like it's supposed to be like contradiction, right? Because like the cop is supposed to be a good one. You would say like violent criminal or something, but that's why it's a duo movie to me.
Alright.
Plus, you're underrating how much the villain's on screen. Actually,
I might be because
You actually really are.
most of the screen time is definitely Katana.
There's literally a scene where we watch the one guy kill him, and then Katano, unlike the same scene, comes and like barely misses him, and like we're watching a long shot of like him walking like right after missing the kill.
Yeah,
Basically, like, comparing the two, because we get it throughout, like basically how they use their power and stuff, and
No,
also
yeah.
like how Katana even joins the cops is like basically how people join gangs. So that's why I'm saying like I like the idea of the duo movies too, where it's not just about the characters on screen; it's about like the movie itself is a duo movie, and that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, protagonist, antagonist. That's how the movie starts. We're like, okay, we're kind of watching like a normal gangster film or something, and by the end, you're like, there's no one really here to cheer for at all. It's just like it's a fucked up system.
yeah. I don't know. See, where I think the duo comes in more is whenever because like Katano's kind of like he's very interested in Japanese history, like in film, like filmography wise.
Yeah.
And like his movies are always, especially with the cops, showing how the Yakuza and the cops are the same thing.
Yes, exactly.
And he's doing that in ways that Japanese cinema lovers would kind of know also because he's shooting them in the very same way that like directors that shoot Yakuza movies would shoot their films. So I don't know. Maybe I am.
Especially
I don't know.
like to me, it's
Maybe I
100%.
am.
Especially with the ending, the way the movie ends is like it kind of that's what the whole movie is. The ending, because it's like the exact opposite of what you would want from a classic. It's kind of like The Departed or something. How The Departed is also a duo. We haven't talked about that.
Well, hey, it's
But-
because I wasn't going to bring up Infernal Affairs, but
That's like see, Katano could never do that. Like that cornball, whatever. Like,
Yeah,
it's a bad ending.
the scene though, the flashback scene.
Oh my god, which one?
Where they play the music, the sound.
Whatever Anthony Wong does. That is a funny scene.
No, that's why it's like so like Katano's like so anti-dramatic, like it's like he's doing away with the whole protagonist-antagonist thing, especially with Yakuza and cops. No. If we're leaving Johnny Guitar, this one is more of a duo.
Okay.
Because first of all, you're
Well, I haven't
underrating.
seen
We'll
Johnny
watch it
Guitar.
again. We're gonna watch it for the podcast.
No, yeah,
You're underrating how much he's
Firstly,
on the screen, the villain.
I might be.
Especially since he's comparing like Katano's like kind of like ugliness, you know, the way he like just presents himself in the film, and then this guy's like so sleek back, like he's kind of like a slick gangster, you know. There's like a lot of comparing the two throughout the movie, but I have to stick with it now. So. And
I mean,
this will have to be the same
Violent
thing
Cop's
when we
fine,
watch it. Luke, when we watch Violent Cop, Luke can be the decider.
I've just never thought of it as a duo
same.
movie, so
That's like literally I've thought about it since the beginning.
interesting.
That's literally how I've thought because like to me it's like a whole movie is like leading up to the clash at the end, like from both sides, and then you get like kind of explosion of the same thing, you know, almost.
He does like the meeting of two worlds a lot, for sure.
Yes. No, he does.
I think a lot of movies have that, actually.
Yeah, like
Yeah. My number one, obviously. Dang, can't say no. The Killer. And see, the thing is, like, Danny might not like The Killer.
I like The Killer. What? I gave it a.
I mean, every time it comes up, you shit on it. Though. Like,
I gave it a 4.
See, Dan says about a lot of films, but whenever they brought up, he always shits on it.
Exactly.
No, to me, it's just crazy that Blake would like The Killer more than Face Off.
Well, dude, whenever
I like
you're
The Killer
looking
more
at
than
The
Bear
Killer,
Tomorrow.
That's also
that's crazy.
Oh, really?
Wait, no, you're
Oh, you mean in the duos?
No, both ways. Or
just overall.
Or just as a movie?
overall, yeah, basically.
Oh.
No, The Bear Tomorrow's better.
Well,
They're
I saw
both
you rewatch that
fantastic.
recently again.
I did, yeah.
They're both fantastic.
I rewatched The Killer this week, actually.
They're both fantastic films.
Well, no, like, no matter what, like, even if it's not your favorite John Woo movie, it's one of the best duos ever put on screen, in my opinion. Like, it probably is the best, in my opinion, but I know people would disagree with that, but Danny Lee and Shaggy Fat are just like,
What John Woo is John Woo's best duo? Face Off.
He does it better in this movie. He does it differently in Face Off.
Okay,
It's a different duo.
I
It's
mean,
a different
and it
type
was
of
the
duo.
template, I guess, in a way. So
Yeah, but like the double motive has I don't know, never been done better than in The Killer, I think. So I love The Killer, man. They're amazing.
and we have a podcast episode on it.
Yeah, we do.
No, The Killer is great. I can't hate on it.
Especially their relationship.
Yes.
But you do hate on it.
And
All
we
the
had
time.
to get a John Woo just for like the guns
Oh,
alone.
exactly. Yes.
He
Yeah.
he kind of iconized.
Oh, there was gonna be a John. I was
Gun
hoping there'd
shot.
be 2 because I was hoping he'd pick Face Off, but of course not.
Well, we still have one aside, but although I don't
That's
know if
true.
I don't know if we want to do 2 directors in the top 10.
Who knows? We'll see.
Let's see what your last one. What's your last pick?
So this isn't even my number one. I don't know what my number one is. It's just these
Yeah,
three.
these are top
These 3 are the
three.
main ones that came to mind first, I would say. But this one, actually, Danny, I wonder if you even thought of this, Lisa and Stefan, and Letter from an Unknown Woman.
Mm.
I mean, you can't really deny that. Like, they're dynamic. Like, because of course, like, in the film, like, he's this, like, really famous, like, successful concert pianist. And she's, like, a girl who, like, lives, like, neighbors with him. And it's kind of, like, him reading back, like, her, like, recollections of, like, being obsessed with him and, like, kind of falling in love. But, like, in a way, falling in love with an illusion. Because, in a sense, it's such a one-sided type of deal. But then also the lengths, the kind of like avenues within their relationship that it goes through, and what it has, kind of like the repetitions of like his like mistakes in a sense, and how that comes back to bite him in the end, but also him kind of learning from it too. Yeah, it's a fantastic film. What is it? My favorite? It's this and Lake Glacier are my favorite Ophuls. I don't know. It depends on the day.
I kind of like the. This is more with Ophuls in general, I think, but especially with this movie, because like I like the duo not just between the characters on screen, but also like it makes me think of like the duo of like through the characters of the screen of a president in the past, like you almost said with memory too, because it's like making you think of like like almost a gap between the two, you know, it's like something you can't go back to, and kind of like the pain of that.
Oh man,
damn, great movie,
unbelievable. So. Yeah, it had to be on there.
Right. My last pick. This is also Violent Cop. I would say is probably at the end of the day, by the end of the movie, it's an antagonist movie, but this one also fulfills that. I'm surprised no one said it. Is Pierre Le Fou.
Oh, I had. Okay, see, that was the one where I was like, I was gonna name it like as like here's some other ones, but I was like, I feel like Danny might have that on his top 3, so I didn't name it.
I had to.
So, yeah.
Face Off better.
At first, I thought you were gonna have it, and I like Violent Cop probably a little more than Face Off. So,
Wait, so you think Face Off's better than Pure Le Fou?
Yes.
I mean, they're both amazing films.
They are both great films.
But like Pure Le Fou, though.
yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, we reviewed on the episode on the podcast. But damn, yeah.
Even then, like the
Classic. See, this could be a protagonist movie and an antagonist.
And an antagonist,
depending on how you're watching it, you know.
Yes.
Because like these are not likable characters really, but I don't know. There's like a certain honesty with them that you like watching.
Oh yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
that's how I would say it.
Guys like their demeanor.
And then also like just like the colors of the movie and damn, just Godard.
Yeah. Fair enough.
No. Yeah, because we kind of always we already talked about this on the Godard series, but like we also talked about how much Anna Karina and Godard was like a big part of the movies themselves too. So that duo is always like kind of you're trying to like read them on screen as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I think we had 9 different ones.
Now we have
Which
to
not
pick.
that surprising.
We have to pick the last one though.
Yeah.
So, do we have any I mean,
Face Off.
do we want two of the same director?
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
And that's why I would recommend an alternative is
California
Tony Scott
I was gonna say California
taking
Split
Apollo 1,
too.
2, 3 or Unstoppable.
What about Bill and Charlie in California Split?
I mean, California Split I wouldn't mind.
Protagonist and Neo.
I like Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. I mean, I feel like California Split is probably the best one.
Yeah, I think that's like the best
Actually,
shared, like consensus.
Even though I like taking Apollo 1, 2, 3.
I do love taking Pelham 1, 2, 3, but like California Split
Yeah,
to me, in my completely unbiased Altman loving opinion.
What about Full Contact?
California Split, I probably like more.
And since we've all three we've done the podcast too.
Should disqualify it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, so we're disqualifying the killer?
No.
Damn.
We'd have to disqualify a lot of our picks if we were just
Purely food.
Actually, Days. Yeah, Blake could have 2 disqualified.
all 3 of mine, I'm pretty sure.
No, Miss
oh wait, no,
Lonely.
we haven't done Miss Lonely yet.
I'm good.
You would
We
be
haven't
good.
done John Guitar yet.
And I would only have Pierre LaFou gone. So Blake.
California Split, it just makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah, we kind of talked about because it's like also the duo, like a negative duo. It's like it's kind of both a good duo and a bad duo.
Oh yeah.
It's like a good duo you want, but it's not supposed to be, you know.
Yeah.
It shows you the good thing about this type of friend and the bad thing about them too. So.
And then like that friend can also be gambling, just in general, if you want it to be. You know, it
Yeah.
can just represent gambling as a
Exactly.
whole.
Yes.
But then also that shouldn't take away from just like their interactions too, as we talked about,
That
like
was amazing.
the actors and stuff.
Yeah. I'm cool with that being our 10th one.
Yeah.
I have a few just like quick honorable mentions though. Delphine and Solange and Young Girls of Rochefort. This was immediately one of my top 3, and then I thought about it a little more. I was like, oh fuck, it's not really that. It's kind of their relation to each other, but also like them looking for their partners and their partners, like the sailor guy and then Gene Kelly. So it's not really a duo. It's more of like a what's the 4? Quadruple. But what's the?
No, that's 5.
Quadruple is
Quadruplet.
quadruplet movie. So the 4 people.
4.
Yeah, quadruplet.
Yeah.
Yeah, quadruple movie. So it would be in my top 3, but I kind of thought about it more. I was like, actually, never mind. Some Nicholas Ray ones, Jeff and Wes in The Lusty Men. Although you could probably throw the wife in there and maybe say it's a trio. Brandon Leith and Bitter Victory. That one's just a straight duo movie. And then
That's not. I don't know if that's a duo movie.
Bitter Victory. The girl's barely in it, bro.
Yeah, but it's like more about the squad in general.
Okay, but their relationship is absolutely the main part of it, in my opinion. Like just
I don't even
their
think about
interaction with each
that. I
other.
barely, like the first time I want to see it once, but like, I don't even think about I think just think about the movie as a whole. Like the idea
Really?
of it, like yeah.
I think of them first, but
Okay.
that might be the difference.
Alright.
That might be also the difference between me and John Guitar.
Yeah.
Because I think of John Guitar and Vienna, their relationship immediately when I think of the movie. And then the last one I have is an Orson Welles film, Miguel Vargas and Hank Quinlan in Touch of Evil, which I guess is kind of it's interesting, like cop and like criminal or cop and government official type of like relationship within that film. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
I basically named all mine.
I think I named most of mine too.
Yeah.
So.
I have the full list in order of the 10 that we chose. I can name those off. I don't have the characters' names though. I just realized. Miss Lonely, directed by Nobuhiko Obayashi. Johnny Guitar, directed by Nicholas Ray. Four Adventures of Rhina and Mirabelle, directed by Eric Romer. Days, directed by Simon Long. His Girl Friday, directed by Howard Hawks. A Violent Cop, directed by Takashi Kitano. The Killer, directed by John Woo. Letter from an Unknown Woman, directed by Max Ophuls. Pierre Le Fou, directed by Jean-Luc Godard. And California Split, directed by Robert Altman. So those are Floating Through Film's top 10 duos in film. You could say. So
Nice.
Some great duos.
Yes.
So
What are we doing next week?
next week's the yearly recap.
Yes.
I mean, it's a tradition at this point. We all gotta do it.
Self-explanatory. It's a fun episode.
It is a fun episode to do.
Long one. Yeah, we're gonna recap our year. So yeah, until then, hope to see you floating through the clouds.